fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. On play action, now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Second down, another shot for Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Now Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Pass midfield. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. An extra point by Sly is up and good. 7-7, our score after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last this one.
A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
The more luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down on the yard.
I know any coach would take 2nd and 3 all day. You think you're in pretty good shape. Instead, after 2 runs, though, they're 4th and 1. Didn't pick it up.
Back-to-back 1-yard gains. This defense, the challenge was accepted. Going quickly out to the right side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Keenan Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys have now moved out in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 45. 22 yards there, first down.
That's a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. What they did was got up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. He's got him in, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways. They had to like what they saw in that first half. He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And here's Ryan right now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Side by Jones. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. The next-gen stat shows the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. He'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got Turner on the move past the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Packers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good 1st half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down. Across midfield. 22 yards there. 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cook up the gut. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From the 24, Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, that's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but now across midfield. 33 yards that time.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where Armstrong pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 9 on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Steps away to his left. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Ritter will throw for it.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here at fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Back to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is brought down before reaching the 30.
What a game we were retreated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Green Bay, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll